Your poverty comes from your friends. The path to prosperity warmly welcomes you all. Recently, I met someone new. He asked me about the matter of choosing friends. He said he had a very close friend whom he'd known for many years, but this friend always brought negative energy. He was unsure whether he should cut ties. He told me that a few years ago, he had many startup ideas. But every time, this friend would pour cold water on them, discouraging him until he gave up. Looking back now, similar projects carried out by others have generated substantial profits, which fills him with deep regret. I told him, of course you should cut ties. You absolutely need to stay away from people like that. Many people remain stuck in poverty simply because of the friends they choose. The reason I speak so bluntly is because I want everyone to see something clearly. Online and in society, if you say you like the poor, people will admire you. But if you say you like the rich, they'll call you greedy or accuse you of looking down on the poor. Everyone says they want to help the poor. Entrepreneurs often preach this too. But the truth is, only when you help the rich, those with money, can your life improve. That's when you'll find opportunities for growth and wealth. Because only those with money can afford to pay for your intelligence and labor. So it's not that I'm being materialistic, it's just reality. If you want to escape poverty, you first have to change the value system that has been ingrained in you for years. Today, I want to talk about a topic that could affect your entire life: choosing your friends. This doesn't just apply to finding a boyfriend or girlfriend. It also relates to like-minded friends and even your clients. If you're single and looking for a partner, you must watch this video to the end. If you're just starting to learn how to make money, trying to start a business but haven't seen real success yet, then you especially need to watch, because the second half of this video could change your destiny. But before we dive into the core content, I want to emphasize, this channel is dedicated to sharing wealth-building mindsets for entrepreneurs, investors, and those with a burning desire to succeed. If you want to receive this knowledge for free, follow my channel and turn on notifications. I sincerely wish that everyone who likes this video will soon achieve financial freedom. If you find this video helpful, please don't hesitate to share it so others can benefit too. Let's get straight to the main topic. First of all, everyone needs to understand the importance of your environment. Everyone wants to be a millionaire or billionaire. Everyone wants financial freedom, but those are just results. Many people want to triple or quintuple their income, but again, those are just outcomes. So where do outcomes come from? Outcomes come from behavior. Behavior produces results. My behavior creates my life. Jack Ma's behavior created Jack Ma's results. So where does behavior come from? Behavior comes from mindset. Mindset determines behavior. Behavior determines outcome. A person is poor because they have the mindset of a poor person. Robert Kiyosaki described this through two figures, the rich dad and the poor dad. Each of us carries within us two mindsets. One is the mindset of the rich. The other is the mindset of the poor. If you follow the mindset of the poor dad, you'll become poor. If you follow the mindset of the rich dad, you'll become rich. Here's an example. When you're doing something and encounter a major obstacle, the mindset of the poor dad speaks up. You can't do it. You're not capable. If you listen to that voice, you'll give up and live a negative life. But inside your head, there's another voice, the positive one. Believe in yourself. You can do it. Whichever voice you choose to follow will shape the kind of person you become. What's the difference between the mindset of the rich and the poor? The poor see a luxury handbag and say, I can't afford it. The rich see the same bag and think, how can I afford it? The poor say, I can't afford it, and immediately fall into a mindset of negativity and inferiority, forever remaining poor because they never dare to take action. Meanwhile, the rich, when they want something, think positively. What do I need to do to buy it? Then they take action by selling something, starting a business, or investing. They work to make money and reach their goals. The poor often say, I don't have the money to start a business. What if I lose everything? That is the mindset of the poor. So what about the rich? Ask Jack Ma. Before he started his business, did he have money? He said, no money. Then what did he do? He said, just start. You ask, what if you lose money? He answers, What if I make money instead? Do you see it now? The mindset of the poor and the mindset of the rich are completely opposite. Why is that? Because mindset is shaped by environment. Remember this well. Environment shapes mindset. Mindset shapes behavior. Behavior shapes outcome. For example, in Asia, many people study English for years and still aren't fluent. But what if you were placed in England? Without studying, you'd naturally pick up the language from a very young age. I believe anyone can understand this immediately. It's because the environment has changed. So, do you know why you're still poor? Because everyone around you is also poor, and they all have the mindset of poverty. Being among them, you'll only become poorer. Only when you enter a new environment can you change your destiny. Back then, I spent a lot of money on courses about making money. In one class, I heard a sentence that miraculously changed my life. It's better to be the poorest person in a group of rich people than to be the richest in a group of poor people. Because if you're rich among the poor, you'll become poorer over time. But if you're poor among the rich, you'll gradually become wealthier. In other words, you become like the people you're around. So what kind of people should we associate with? You must be around people who have a wealthy mindset. First, they have tangible results. They are truly wealthy. There's no debate about that. If they built their wealth from nothing and made millions or tens of millions of dollars, they are definitely worth learning from. Second, even if they're not wealthy yet, they possess a positive mindset. They're full of energy, dreams, entrepreneurial ambition, and a drive to improve themselves. These people have the mindset of the wealthy. So what kind of people should we avoid? First, those who are deeply in debt, constantly negative. You talk about your dreams, they say you've been scammed. You talk about learning, they say you've been brainwashed. These people must be avoided at all costs. Stay near them, and your energy will only be drained. Every time you dream, they'll work together to pour cold water on it. Remember this line: the ones who always pour cold water on your dreams are those who have no dreams themselves. If you make friends with them or interact with them frequently, you'll inevitably be affected. If you marry someone like this, congratulations, your life is over. Don't even dream of becoming wealthy. I'm not trying to scare anyone. This is the truth, not a joke. In life, choices matter far more than effort. If hard work alone led to success, then construction workers should be the richest people in the world, because they work the hardest. But reality proves otherwise. Remember this: in life, there are 4 most important choices. The first is choosing the right life partner. If a woman chooses the wrong man, her life is ruined. If a man chooses the wrong wife, not only his life is ruined, but it affects generations of his family. Many people had nothing before they found the right partner. The second is choosing the right environment. Who you are matters less than where you are, because your environment determines who you'll become. People should associate with others of similar intellect and ability. If the gap is too wide, they feel hurt by everything you do, and you'll feel constantly disadvantaged. The poorer people are, the more sensitive and fragile they become. You'll find yourself having to comfort them even before anything begins. Whether in daily interactions or in marriage, don't choose someone whose background is too far from yours. The rich should not marry the poor. That's nature's law. Break it and you'll suffer. A beautiful but poor woman who marries a wealthy man, he's not buying into her mindset. He's only buying genetic traits. But the mindset of the poor is like mental pollution. It can negatively affect the rich. There's always a clash like fire and water. It's hard to reconcile. Both parties will find the other intolerable. True compatibility isn't just about wealth. It's more about shared values and mindset. Without that, life becomes painful. If a wealthy person befriends a poor one, most likely they'll be taken advantage of. Poor people often have strong pride and may look down on the rich out of a sense of inferiority. That's why rich people usually avoid befriending the poor, because they usually suffer losses. The wealthy should associate with people of similar intellect and mindset. Their wealth levels must be somewhat equal for the relationship to be sustainable. There's one more case. When both sides understand the principle of equal value exchange, that is, they know that what you give is what you get. But this mindset is only understood by the truly wise. Most people don't get it. I've interacted with many people online, thousands of them. Some, no matter how I helped them, could not be changed. Others quietly followed the guidance, succeeded spectacularly, and now make billions each year, without anyone holding their hand. Gradually, I came to understand one thing: it's all fate. You must recognize your fate. You cannot force what isn't meant to be. Truly exceptional people go with the flow of time and circumstances. Taoist philosophy doesn't glorify human effort. Confucianism emphasizes striving. Taoism is the wisdom of nature. Confucianism is the wisdom of the world. Buddhism simply smiles and says, do what you want. Whether you succeed or fail, it's just a joke in the end. The third is choosing the right teacher. A teacher's level determines the student's outcome. Everyone needs a guide. You learn to walk because someone taught you. No one is born knowing how to walk. You learn to speak because someone taught you. No one is born knowing how to talk. You learn to read because someone taught you. No one is born knowing how to read. So what about making money? Has anyone ever taught you how? No, because from the very beginning, if your parents didn't know how to make money, how could they teach you? All the teachers in schools are employees. They can only teach you how to become a good employee. Therefore, you must find someone who can teach you how to start a business, how to invest, how to build wealth from nothing. Why do I always share these things? Because I have benefited from them myself. I want to share this knowledge to help more people. It's truly like that. Fourth, choose the right customers. This is the key factor that decides whether you will get rich or not. Doing business without filtering your customers is like running blindfolded, extremely dangerous. The ability to protect assets is always many times more important than the ability to make money. Most people have to go bankrupt a few times before realizing that asset protection mindset is much more important. Easy to start a business, hard to sustain it. People at higher levels don't do business with beginners. They only deal with those who have a solid career. Because those people are wealthy, have assets, strong connections, doing business with them will bring much more profit. Each different environment, each different position, will bring completely different value and assets. Choosing is 100 times more important than effort. If you still don't believe this, it proves your vision is still too narrow. Doing business without filtering customers is like running blindfolded, very dangerous. If you don't understand the difference between customer groups, you will constantly struggle on your business journey. Serve worthy customers. Don't try to embrace every customer. Some customers only waste your time, even cause trouble. Then there is no need to serve them. A new entrepreneur often accepts any customer. This is the beginner level and also a foolish choice. Each customer has a completely different value. Customer quality varies greatly. You must focus on quality customers and build a filtering system to attract only elite customers. Not only must our service be excellent, but customers must also meet standards to cooperate. Not everyone who pays is a good customer. Some bring great trouble. You serve them, they cause problems, complaints, even slander. That is their nature. What you need to do is recognize this type of person and avoid them. Not all money is worth earning. Remember that. Just like in love and marriage, you don't only need to be outstanding yourself, but also choose a worthy partner. Otherwise, your life will fall into tragedy. For example, you know that starting a YouTube channel is an inevitable trend of the era, just like those who first started in real estate or e-commerce. You want to switch and learn to be a YouTuber, but your girlfriend says, YouTube is just an experimental career. It's very hard to succeed. That sentence extinguished the fire of passion inside you. A few years later, you break up because you realize you're not compatible. At that moment, you look back and see, all those who started YouTube became rich, but you are full of regret. This is the power of choice. There are many stories like this. Now, everyone needs to understand, the gap between people is not only a difference in mindset, personality, or intelligence, but also insurmountable boundaries. Don't try to make everyone understand you. You just need to find the right, like-minded people. A smart person must first learn to distinguish who can be befriended, who should be avoided. The relationships you build will determine your destiny. Not everyone is qualified to be our customer. Customers are bridges. If you connect wrongly, you will have trouble. Conversely, connect right, you will thrive. Don't associate with unsuitable people. Don't serve those who are undeserving. If you don't set standards to filter customers, you will be surrounded by terrible, low-level customers, causing trouble and draining both your spirit and money. Still, you may meet foolish people. It's best not to care about them. Don't remind them to avoid pointless arguments. Don't argue with fools. There's really nothing worth debating. They like to think whatever they want, just let them be. If you work with high-level customers, you will get richer and have an easier life. Focus on big deals that bring high profits. Remember, how you price your product is also how you classify customers. If you choose the wrong customer group, your life will hit a dead end. There is always a clear difference between people. Don't let undeserving people cling to you. If you don't know how to filter customers, can't do business with high-quality customers, your life will be full of difficulties. Don't waste time serving poor-quality customers, because you neither earn money nor avoid high risks. Risks of ethics issues, disputes, lawsuits can all happen. Meanwhile, high-quality customers not only help you earn more money, but also bring comfort at work. So what will you choose? A virtuous person will associate with virtuous people. Choosing the right people helps you reduce wasted energy. Some people will drain your life, but others will help you grow. Effort is not as important as choice. Serve those who are more qualified. Don't try to teach those who don't want to learn. We only cooperate and lead those with the right worldview. Such people are few. Choose slowly and carefully. Bringing a distorted thinker into your team will be a disaster. Don't think you can be close to mud without smelling like mud. Don't think you won't be affected by those with wrong thoughts. Sorry, you will definitely be affected. Conversely, if you meet good people, they will positively influence you. Therefore, we should only associate with people who have the right values. Block unsuitable ones from the start. The art of working is not as important as the art of choosing people. A leader must first learn how to work, but as experience grows, they enter the stage of choosing people, including partners and customers. Anyone who lets emotions overwhelm when choosing people will meet disasters all their life. A good leader must always be rational and proactive. People must have desires, but lust is the biggest barrier to organizational development. When some people have too strong lust, the overall balance is affected. If you constantly indulge someone, they will become arrogant, then reckless, foolish, blinded by greed, only knowing to enjoy and forget themselves. When there are too many people, everything turns into a game of suspicion. Everyone tries to play the role they want. Everyone sings their own stories of joy, sorrow, parting, and reunion. Everyone is dominated by emotions, immersed in sympathy, self-aware, and sadness. Many think they fail because of lack of ability or intellect. But actually, the problem lies in their value system. A correct value system brings happiness to life. A wrong one only brings disaster. First, talk about the value system, then business. If we agree, we will continue deeper discussion. If not, there's no need to discuss further. Not everyone who gives us money is a customer we should serve. If someone is courteous and understanding, we do business with them. Otherwise, we don't need to make money from those undeserving. Many people ask, won't that mean earning less money? Absolutely not. On the contrary, you will have customers who are reasonable, easy to work with, cost less to serve, and communicate effectively. Resonance is very important. Don't listen to fools, and don't give them the chance to get close to you. Otherwise, your fate will be influenced by them. And that is the real tragedy. You will lose money, health, and deteriorate physically. Mental and physical health are closely connected. Most disasters come from fools. Managing life is the art of balancing approach and avoidance. Approach those who should be approached. Keep away from those who should be avoided. Doing this requires courage and wisdom. If you don't understand who to avoid and who to stick with, your life will be full of hardships. We should only associate with talented people and avoid unlucky ones. When we were young playing online games, we liked to team up with masters. But when it comes to business or love, we forget this. The more experience we gain, the more our hair grays and health declines, the clearer it becomes. Whether in business, love, or cooperation, we should choose talented people. If someone lacks ability, intelligence, or is ignorant and clueless, don't try to help them. In life, we meet many kinds of people, some good, some bad, some sincere, some deceitful. But the most important thing is, who can recognize early and avoid unethical people, keeping only those with virtue and character. Only then can we support each other. Someone who only knows how to deceive others will eventually be seen for who they are, and no one will want to cooperate with them. Conversely, someone who truly helps others will have sincere relationships and receive genuine love. The internet era is an era of spiritual connection, unlike the traditional trading era. Our goal is to find people with shared values to enjoy life together. If someone's values don't match ours, there's no need to waste time communicating. It's just a waste of life. Those willing to sell their principles and soul cheaply are shameful, no matter if they sell at a high or low price. Absolute values must never be reversed. Wisdom in choosing is more important than wisdom in effort. The value of a decision far outweighs mere diligence. If you choose the wrong path, all efforts become useless. Fools don't understand the importance of mindset and spirit and cannot grasp higher-level knowledge. If you try to explain to them, they will resist you. It's best to block them from the start. The gap between people is not simply like that between monkeys and humans, but a huge difference in psychology and perception. Each person lives in a different world, only superficially similar. Don't associate with fools, and don't react to their insults. Doing so is not only pointless, but can bring trouble upon yourself. Nature is harsh. Humans cannot live without emotion, and society too. This warmth is the bond that connects us and the beauty of life. But overall, we must respect natural laws, where only the strong who adapt survive. Avoid narrow-minded people, for they don't even realize their mistakes and will drag you down. Always keep distance from petty, evil, and wicked people. Don't think you can control them. Instead, cultivate yourself. You cannot tame them, just like jumping into lava to find death. A gentleman never risks befriending petty people. Making friends is no joke, and I'm serious with you all. Always be cautious and give your best effort. Choose friends who either have achievements or dreams, and most importantly, have financial intelligence. That is the standard for choosing friends. Make friends with the wealthy. Choose those who have accomplished results in life. Accompany those with dreams, ideals, passion, and relentless progress. Frankly, choose positive people as friends. Avoid negative ones because they will pull you down. Conversely, if you stay with the right people, they will lift you to a new level. This is the truth. I hope today's sharing helps everyone. Whether choosing a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, or just an ordinary friend, choosing the right person is extremely important. Remember, no one can become wealthy without changing their circle of relationships. If you don't want to miss any free information on how to become rich, an entrepreneur, an investor, and achieve financial freedom, please subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications, and share this video. I sincerely wish all of you who liked this video will soon achieve financial freedom. If you find even 1 or 2 useful sentences here to apply and improve your life, I will feel fulfilled.